that tells me a lot about you, you see, because the fact you were out in DH Evans was probably one of our C-list stores at the time. So, we started off there, see, and you managed to sneak your way into Selfridges. Okay, that's now we're talking about A's and B's, of course, and Hamleys and A's. So, you've obviously progressed well. And listen, we know each other well from the Magic Circle, and obviously it's great to see and be a mate and talk about this.
Well, yeah. It was a sales job. I remember. In fact, I think it was Mark Paul who interviewed me back in the day, because I think I had to sell him a pen, or it was either a pen or a chair. That was how I got the gig. And that's quite an easy one. We're much tougher now. We get you talking about the inside of a ping pong ball and stuff like that. You see, the thing is with sales, it's all about personality and character, and you've only got a few moments, especially in a busy environment like a store, to capture people's attention. And obviously, we were a magnet for young magicians. In fact, you mentioned Mark Paul. Mark Paul was one of our very first managers when we opened up Harrods. After we did Hamleys in 1988, and he then progressed on to become our manager, and we've had literally a who's who of British magic has come through our ranks, and it was, as you say, a magnet for all magicians, firstly in London and then in New York, but they all, what's really great is even though many have gone on to fantastic things themselves, I could always tell the ones that worked really hard, who had something about them, would go on to be successful. And it's a very interesting dynamic, because as I said before, you've only got a few seconds to gather people's attention with all the distractions going on in a busy West End store. You have then to keep them there for a few seconds to do a good enough demonstration, a pitch to engage them. And to me, I think it's like when you go and watch someone, let's say, tossing a pizza up in the air with their hands. You can't help but watch it. And the magic should be like that. You're just engaging, and people want to watch for those few seconds. And if you've got a nice personality and you're advising them rather than selling and putting the sales points in a positive but fun way, your applause is when people buy it. And that is like no different from going on stage and being a comedian, let's say, in a comedy club as an unknown. People make their mind up about you in the first few seconds. You've got to engage with them, hold them there for a while, and the laughs or the applause is, for us, the equivalent is when they actually trust you enough to buy something, which is the greatest compliment.